brothers, uncles, aunts, cousins, the whole imposing clan. They arrived in sumptuous landaus, on prancing horseback, some in their Daimler strength wagons that frightened the sleek harness horses. Amidst much shaking of bonneted heads, stroking of mustaches, clinking of Meissen china and Bavarian crystal, the eligibility and availability of Berlin's virgins were discussed, scrutinized as precisely as a military objective. The campaign to find a suitable bride to keep Louis in line had begun. It soon floundered. It seemed the Golden Falcon's reputation had filtered into an amazing number of the best homes. Proud Prussian mammas closed ranks, refusing to allow their innocent daughters even be considered likely candidates for marriage to such a shocking bounder. While the family searched, Louis rode his horses and his amours with equal gusto. The list of available brides dwindled. There was that rather quiet, nearly pretty jeweler's daughter, the one whose father made those beautiful timepieces, perfect craftsmanship, really works of art. Her dowry would be substantial, the family honored to have their daughter marry above her station. Wilhelmina Elisabeth Josephine Felsing was a good girl. She obeyed her mother, respected her father, asked nothing more of life than to do her duty properly. Not really pretty, she looked capable and trustworthy. Her dark brown eyes could hold a hint of mischief, but rarely did she permit herself such frivolity of inner spirit. It wasn't that she lacked warmth or a sense of emotion. Actually, she would later discover that she was capable of tumultuous passion, but even then, if confronted by choice, duty always took preference over anything else. Being German, this suited her. Being a Victorian female, her future was known to her, which also suited her. Being of marriageable age, her father would soon transfer his responsibility for her existence to a suitable husband. She knew her place in Berlin society, that of a successful tradesman's daughter. Josephine, as she was called, had been schooled well. She knew the duties of a good wife: to oversee the servants, personally inspect the folding of linen, the weekly polishing of silver, beating of carpets, seasonal exchange of draperies, itemizing of the larder, selecting daily menus with the cook, stitching her husband's monograms on his personal linen, bearing him airs. She was just 21 when Louis Dietrich, resigned to his fate, came to her parents' house to pay his respects. Properly chaperoned by her proud mother, Josephine watched him as he approached. His male beauty shocked her so. Instead of lowering her eyes as she curtsied to him, her startled gaze remained fixed on his face. "Fräulein Felsing," he murmured softly, brushing his mouth across the back of her cool hand, and for this sensible, lackluster girl, time stood still. She loved him. A timeless passion, unquestioned, unexplained, sometimes unwanted, through betrayal, carnage of war, even beyond death, till the end of her days. She wore white lace, a matching capelet of cashmere against the winter cold. The traditional band of myrtle holding her bridal veil, its circle securely closed, denoting her virginity, a Victorian girl in new Edwardian finery. Louis, having resigned his military officer's elegance for the equally dashing uniform of a lieutenant in the elite imperial police, towered beside her in deep plum and opulent gold braid. They said their vows in an Anglican ceremony. It was December of 1898. She was 22, he 30. They moved into their new home in Schöneberg, a fashionable town near Berlin, where Louis was stationed. Schöneberg was aptly named. It was indeed a pretty place, full of tall poplar trees, flowered gardens, intimate squares, careful architecture. The gracefully curved street lamps were newly electrified. dark green.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.